Personality disorders explained. Ever met someone who's overly suspicious, overly dramatic, or way too controlling? These could be signs of personality disorders. In this video, we're breaking down the 10 major types, what they are, how they affect relationships, and the signs to watch for. Let's dive in. Personality disorders are mental health conditions that affect how a person thinks, feels, and interacts with others. They are grouped into 3 clusters. Cluster A, odd/eccentric. Cluster B, dramatic/emotional. Cluster C, anxious/fearful. Cluster A, odd or eccentric disorders. These involve unusual thinking or behaviors that make social interactions difficult. 1. Paranoid personality disorder, PPD. Main traits: extreme distrust and suspicion of others. Behaviors: believes others are deceiving them, holds grudges, reluctant to confide in people. Example: a person who always assumes their coworkers are plotting against them, even without proof. 2. Schizoid personality disorder, SPD. Main traits: detachment from social relationships and limited emotional expression. Behaviors: prefers solitude, lacks interest in friendships or romantic relationships, appears indifferent to praise or criticism. Example: someone who avoids social gatherings, doesn't care about close relationships, and finds more comfort in their own world. 3. Schizotypal personality disorder, SDPD. Main traits: eccentric behavior, odd beliefs, and discomfort in social situations. Behaviors: superstitious thinking, strange speech patterns, paranoia, or magical thinking, e.g., believing they have special powers. Example: a person who thinks they can predict the future and avoid social interactions because they believe others are sending them secret messages. Cluster B, dramatic, emotional, or erratic disorders. These disorders cause unstable emotions, impulsive actions, and troubled relationships. 4. Antisocial personality disorder, ASPD. Main traits: disregard for others' rights, manipulative, often deceitful. Behaviors: lack of remorse, impulsivity, aggression, criminal behavior. Example: a con artist who scams people without guilt, or a person who repeatedly breaks the law without caring about consequences. 5. Borderline personality disorder, BPD. Main traits: intense emotional instability, fear of abandonment, impulsive behavior. Behaviors: rapid mood swings, self-harm, unstable relationships, extreme reactions to perceived rejection. Example: a person who adores someone 1 minute but suddenly believes they are horrible and cuts them off. 6. Histrionic personality disorder, HPD. Main traits: excessive attention-seeking, emotional overreaction, and dramatic behavior. Behaviors: constantly needing validation, seductive behavior, over-the-top emotions. Example: a person who exaggerates stories, flirts with everyone for attention, and gets upset if they aren't the center of attention. 7. Narcissistic personality disorder, NPD. Main traits: grandiosity, need for admiration, and lack of empathy. Behaviors: arrogance, taking advantage of others, fragile self-esteem masked by confidence. Example: someone who boasts about their success, dismisses others' feelings, and believes they deserve special treatment. Cluster C, anxious or fearful disorders. These involve excessive fear, anxiety, and behaviors that make relationships difficult. 8. Avoidant personality disorder, AVPD. Main traits: extreme sensitivity to rejection and a strong fear of criticism. Behaviors: avoid social situations, low self-esteem, assumes people dislike them. Example: a person who declines job opportunities because they fear failure or avoids dating due to rejection anxiety. 9. Dependent personality disorder, DPD. Main traits: over-reliance on others for decision-making and emotional support. Behaviors: difficulty making choices, fear of being alone, goes to extremes to stay in relationships. Example: someone who stays in an unhealthy relationship because they are afraid of being alone. 10. Obsessive-compulsive personality disorder, OCPD. Main traits: perfectionism, control, and rigid rules. Behaviors: fixation on details, extreme organization, unwillingness to delegate tasks. Example: a person who insists everything be done a specific way and gets upset if it isn't perfect. Key takeaways. Cluster A: odd or eccentric behaviors, paranoid, schizoid, schizotypal. Cluster B: dramatic and emotional behaviors, antisocial, borderline, histrionic, narcissistic. Cluster C: anxious and fearful behaviors, avoidant, dependent, obsessive-compulsive. Personality disorders shape how people think, feel, and connect with others. Understanding them helps us be more aware and empathetic. If you found this helpful, like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Let's keep the conversation going. See you next time.